She's ghosting you, leaving your texts on rid, acting like you don't even exist, and your brain's screaming,
Yo, what did I do wrong? Chill.
I'm about to show you 7 steps that flip the whole script, make her notice why you again, and trust me, it's not what every other dude online is telling you. If she's pulling back, ignoring your texts, leaving you hanging, you feel it, right? That pit in your stomach, the one that wakes you up at 3 a.m., heart racing, staring at your phone like it's going to magically answer itself. Maybe she used to hit you back in seconds, laughing at your dumb jokes, sending those little emojis that made you feel alive. And now silence, cold, like you're invisible, like she's somewhere else. If this is you, you know the feeling. Sitting on your bed, hoodie half on, hair a mess, thinking about every word you said wrong, replaying that text over and over, wondering if she's out with someone else. Or worse, just forgetting you exist. You try to tell yourself, nah, she's busy, she's fine, but deep down, you feel it. That tiny stab of regret, the quiet question that won't leave your head, did I push too hard? Did I scare her away? Maybe it hits closer than you expected. Maybe you've caught yourself checking your phone a dozen times, scrolling past her socials, pretending it doesn't sting when you see her smiling with someone else, or maybe even with nothing at all. And the worst part, that gnawing doubt, that whisper of fear you bury deep, that she's losing interest and you're just watching. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This is the kind of shit that keeps you up at night, the stuff no one talks about, the moments that sting when it's just you and your thoughts. So here's the question you probably don't want to say out loud, the one that's gnawing at your gut right now. What if there's a way to flip it, to make her notice you again, before it's too late? Look, man, most dudes freak out when a girl pulls back. They start texting more, overthinking, waiting by the phone like some lost puppy. I've been there, hell. We all have. Truth is, this ain't about you losing her. It's about her energy shifting. That little spark fading for reasons that ain't always clear. And most guys, they see it as rejection, as a challenge, as proof they screwed up. I remember this one time, sitting on my couch, sneakers off, leftover pizza on the table, my phone buzzing and buzzing. She hadn't replied for hours. My gut was twisting, mind racing. I thought, she's done.
I hadn't.
Not really. I just didn't see the bigger picture. Here's the first thing most men miss: distance isn't always drama. It's not about her testing you or you being less than. Sometimes it's just space. She's figuring things out. And you gotta be the dude who doesn't crumble when the signal goes dark. Masculine principle number 1, composure is contagious. You freak out, you amplify her pullback. You stay steady, you pull yourself up, you show life isn't hinged on a reply, and suddenly she notices. Second principle, your value isn't measured in attention. It's measured in presence, in how you move through the world while she's figuring her own stuff out. The guy who panics, easy. The guy who moves, magnetic. So, yeah, it hurts when she pulls away. You feel that sting. But that sting, it's the signal, not the sentence, not the end. Just a nudge to step back, breathe, and handle it like a man who's been through it, knows his worth, and ain't losing sleep over shadows. He's sitting on the edge of his bed, phone face down on the blanket. Room's quiet except for the hum of the fridge in the kitchen. Feels colder than it should. Hoodie's soaked in sweat from tossing and turning. He remembers her laugh. That stupid little thing she did when she rolled her eyes at his dumb jokes. Feels like yesterday, but the text stopped hours ago. Days maybe. He can't tell. Time, it's weird when you're waiting. Thumb hovering over the screen. Wants to type something. Anything. But what? You think you messed up? Maybe you said too much. Or not enough. Heart's thumping. Stomach twisting. Could swear he hears her voice, laughing, on a wind echo or just in his head. He grabs a soda from the fridge. Carbonation hisses. Gulp. Cold liquid down the throat. Temporary relief. Can't stop thinking about that last night, the look she gave him. Half smile, eyes somewhere else. And then the memory hits sharp. He remembers the fight. Or maybe it wasn't a fight. Maybe it was just him overthinking. He presses his forehead to his knees. Feels raw, feels hollow. He whispers, "What the hell did I do wrong?" The room is still quiet. Too quiet. He wishes she'd call, text, something, anything. But maybe the trick isn't reaching for her. Maybe it's sitting in this mess, breathing it out, figuring out how to move without losing himself. Most guys think if she pulls back, I did something wrong. Wrong. Not always. Sometimes she's figuring her own shit out, and you? You panic, text too much, overthink. I've been there. One night, sitting on my porch, cold beer sweating in my hand, staring at my phone. Thought I ruined it all. Turns out I just needed to breathe. She didn't ghost you. You disappeared from yourself. Another belief, if she ignores me, I gotta fight for her attention. Nah, that's desperation talking. I remember trying to call her again and again. Each ring felt heavier than the last, and all it did made her pull back more. Attention is cheap, respect is priceless, and some dudes think losing her is losing her love forever. Bullshit, you don't lose her, you lose your own presence. I've watched friends crumble over texts, over snaps, over nothing really. They forgot themselves in the process. You don't lose her. You lose your own presence. Breaking these beliefs isn't about shame. It's awareness. It's feeling the sting, then realizing it's a signal, not a sentence. That silence, that pullback, it's not the end. It's the cue to step into yourself and be the guy she can't ignore. This is what he understands. Most guys freak out when she pulls back. They text, call, scroll, panic. He doesn't. Not because he's cold. Not because he's heartless. He just knows his worth. This is how he leads, with presence, not pressure. Sitting on his couch, beer in hand, hoodie half on, phone face down. She's quiet. He doesn't freak. He lets her space exist, feels the tension, feels the sting. And still he moves like he owns his life, like nothing missing her attention could shake him. He chooses patience over panic, strength over noise, centeredness over chasing. Like that one night, text unanswered, dinner alone, music too loud to cover the thoughts, and he just breathes, reads a book, works out, laughs at some dumb meme. Life's still happening. He's still standing. He knows attention is fleeting. Presence isn't. He gets that being magnetic isn't about chasing. It's about being a man who doesn't fold when signals go dark, who feels the pull but doesn't hand over his power in texts or calls. Most guys lose themselves in the silence. The 1% headman, he leans into it, watches, moves, lives. And in that calm, steady rhythm, he becomes the guy she can't ignore. He's on the couch, room dim, TV flickering with some show he doesn't even watch. Hoodie pulled up, phone buzzing, ignored. Again, heart thumps, stomach twists, wants to text, wants to beg, wants to explain, but then pause, breath hits chest hard, flashes hit. Her laugh, that look when she leaned close. The nights he stayed up, waiting for a reply that never came. Flashes of himself, anxious, desperate, twisting into shapes he didn't recognize. He whispers almost to himself, enough, and it lands heavy, like dropping a weight he's carried for months. He remembers the guy he was before all the overthinking, before the panic, before he started bending for her moods. A memory bursts in, late night runs, empty streets, sneakers slapping the pavement, air cold, heart steady, alone, but alive, free. Whole. That's him. That's always been him. He sits up straighter. Breath slows, chest lifts. There's clarity now. Not loud, not flashy. Just solid. He feels his worth again, his presence again. And in that quiet, in that pause, he knows he's not chasing anyone. He's walking his path, and anyone worth it, they'll follow or catch up. The phone stays quiet. The room hums. Hoodie's damp. Heart still pounding. You think you lost her. Nah. You lost the version of you that begged, the one who twisted, caved, overthought every text. Now, you sit, breathe, feel your chest expand, life moving around you, alive, messy, real. She's out there, or maybe not. Doesn't matter. Because the guy she can't ignore, he ain't chasing shadows. He's standing, solid, whole, present. And the second he stops bending, stops breaking, that's when the world notices. Remember this, you didn't lose her. You found yourself.